say, kids? What time is it?
Hey, it's Edson from GeekTime TV, back for more Berserker. Issue number 3 came out a few weeks ago. Hopefully, you've had enough time to go out and get it so you can read it. If not, I have to give you a warning that this video does have spoilers. So, Berserker, again, is a comic book series published by Boom Studios with Keanu Reeves and Matt Kindt as the writers, art by Garney, Bill Crabtree with the coloring, and letters by Clem Robbins. So from issue 2, we find out that Berserker was literally born to be the protector of his village, to defend it from attacks from nearby raiders. And from the very first page of issue 3, we see right away that he continues to do his job, taking out any enemies that are attacking them single-handedly, inflicting all kinds of violence, either with his bare hands or using whatever he can find around as a weapon. After he's done with killing them all, his father compliments him on a job well done. He tells him, uh, even tells him all the other villagers are very proud of him. They even have a word that they like to call him. I hope I'm not mispronouncing it. It looks like the word is unyut, which has a double meaning. It means both weapon and tool. They're saying that obviously he's a weapon that destroys their enemies, but he's also a tool that, in doing his job, he's enabling the village to grow and thrive without fear of attack. But Berserker is he's very troubled by all this constant violence. He goes to his mother and just tells her. He says to her, "Is this all there is? Uh, is this all he exists for? Is this all he is to them? Just a tool to use? Did they want a son, or or is he just a weapon to be used?" She tries to comfort him. Later on, she goes to the father and asks him to stop planning any more attacks. That's enough. They've already fought off uh, all the raiders that were attacking them. So there's no need to go off and planning on any more uh, killings. Um, she tells them that all this violence is wearing down their son. Um, that it needs to stop. But he disagrees. He thinks they should keep going. They should keep attacking. He's no longer satisfied with having Berserker only defend them from aggressor. He actually wants them to seek out other villages that may or may not be enemies now, but he wants to destroy them to prevent them from becoming possible enemies in the future. He um, he tells uh, he tells Berserker that it's necessary for their survival to eliminate as many potential enemies as possible. Um, him and some of the other village warriors plan more attacks, and he stresses to Berserker that whenever they go on one of these missions, it's important that he wipes the whole village out. Can't leave any survivors. So at one point, you see Berserker sitting on top of a hill of mangled bodies of people he just killed. And then when the father approaches, Berserker asks him, how can this be good? You see all these victims, even women and children were, you had me kill everybody, even women and children. And his father tells him, yes, it is necessary even to kill um, the innocent, because if he doesn't kill everyone, then later on the children will grow up, and they'll remember what they did, and they'll go out and seek revenge against their own village. So Berserker, he gets more and more weighed down by all the killings. He's he's conflicted. He knows all this violence can't be good, but he's compelled to continue to serve his purpose. Um, so he can't stop himself, but he does think about it afterwards, and he just doesn't think uh, this is doing anything. He says he remembers everything, everything that he does during these acts of violence. And this is where the strength of Ron Garney's art comes in. At first, the violent scenes seem just like just chaos, but the art, he's so detailed. His attention to detail seems to reflect how Berserker remembers every act of violence that he causes, and it weighs that down on his conscience, and it just emotionally and psychologically just breaking him up. He tells his mother again he doesn't want to do this anymore. He doesn't want to continue with the killing. Um, she sees that he's on the verge of just like you know breaking down, and she tries to comfort him, but and then she goes back to the father and tries to convince him not to stop the attacks. There's no more need to do any more violence to other villages that aren't their enemies. Uh, but the father he tells Berserker there's another strong tribe nearby. Maybe this will be the last one. But they have a lot of riches, and there's a lot of warriors, and they could potentially hurt them. So they go out again, and as they head out towards this new threat, they hear this loud rumble and a massive lightning strike. It's coming from the direction of the cave where their mother originally went seeking help back in issue 2. She did that ceremony where she went to their gods to for help on all the raiders that were coming after them, which resulted uh, in Berserker's birth. This seems to be like an exact type of event that happened back then, and the father suddenly has this look of panic on his face. He seems to think that the mother went and did something that will ruin this whole thing that they have going. That somehow it's gonna be able to uh, think things are going to change. That he's not going to be able to uh, bring Berserker anymore on these raiding parties against the other villages. But we never see in this issue, it never explores what exactly happened. They only see the lightning strike, and we don't actually see uh, what the mother did, or what the result of that was. Instead, they just go on as usual to the next village. They destroy that village, and at this point of the issue, we come back to the present as Berserker has been telling all this to the doctor that's working with him, and he kind of just wants to stop talking about it. He's done talking about it for now. And then the very last couple pages, we see that the doctor's reporting back to her superior on all of this that Berserker's been telling her. He encourages her to keep Berserker talking, to help him remember as much as possible, to give as many details as possible, because he's hoping that all that information they get from Berserker will eventually help them find the place where he came from, and discover the source of his incredible abilities, is the source of his power. And that's it. That's the end of the issue. So we find out in this issue, we find out that even though Berserker has these incredible abilities that make him almost unstoppable, he does have regrets about the violence he causes. It's almost like there's two parts to him, two parts that are at war with each other. One is the relentless killing machine that's seemingly unable to stop himself from all the violence, and another is a conscience, his conscience that knows that what he's doing is wrong, even though he can't stop himself. And it seems like in the present, he's uh, carrying out these missions for the I believe it's the American military. He's carrying out these missions of destruction in the hopes that these people will figure out a way for him to take control of his rage, so he doesn't have to go out on these complete acts of violence. And at the same time, we find out that his handlers are actually trying to find the key to his power, probably to replicate it and perhaps create more soldiers like him. I think it'll be interesting to see as we go to further into the story. It'll be interesting to see when he realizes their ulterior motives. What's going to happen when he turns on them? Okay, that's it for me this time. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And please leave me a comment. Let me know how you think the story is going so far. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you next time.
If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up below. Also, please subscribe to GeekTime TV. It really helps us grow the channel. And make sure you hit that bell icon in order to receive notifications every time we drop new content here. You can also check us out on social media on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at GeekTimeNet. Thanks again for watching. We will see you soon.
Say, kids, what time is that?